And here at the 12 o'clock position, we have our purple Zerg player from the team MVP, going by Killer now, but it is indeed Sniper. And his opponent at the 9 o'clock position from LG-IM, our pink Terran player knocking out Dongringu in the last game, it is Happy.
Yeah, I'd be happy too if I just knocked out DRG. I mean, of course, I think we were all hoping for a little bit of a longer game, but it was certainly exciting. I mean, it just goes to show that you can never underestimate your opponent. You always have to be diligent about your scouting, and even players like DRG can slip up every once in a while. And luckily for Incredible Miracle, that time was this day. That was really
that time was this day.
Suddenly I'm like Aragorn at the end of Lord of the Rings or something.
Wondering.
It's like someday the strength of men will fail, and today DRG will fail, but next time we won't.
That day shall not be this for the winnings of. I'm just done.
For Frodo.
All right.
Yep.
Well, let's see what
Happy screams when he goes into battle.
Does he?
Yeah, only he says it in Korean. I don't know how to say that. But
it's a good rally cry. I'm sure it's still probably Frodo, though. I mean, because his name won't change. So just need to know what for is.
I know how to say, like, I like Frodo in Korean.
Oh, okay. What's that?
It would be, I believe it'd be Frodo Choyo.
Okay.
Frodo Choyo.
Is that your rally? Is that your rally cry now?
That's
I like Frodo.
That's what he screams, man, when he goes into battle.
I really like Frodo.
So anyone out there that speaks Korean is like, oh, Doa, just stop. Or maybe I got it right. I mean, tweet at me at GosuDoa. Help me learn better Korean because it's important to me.
Well, Happy is looking like he's going to save up. Okay, yeah, command center first on the way now. We'll see what he decides to move into afterwards. If it's just going to be like 1 racks and then immediately double gas. If he decides to 2 racks for now, we've seen some players go command center first, then 2 or 3 racks, get out some Marines to stay safe, and then go into mech afterwards. Now his opponent, though, Sniper, decided to hatch first, go for a spawning pool afterwards, and let's see if this is just going to be extractor trick or if he is genuinely going to take gas here, because that'll tell us if he's going to go for that 2 or 4 queen build.
Every once in a while, players will do this to get like an extra queen out or something like that, but this looks like a genuine gas out of MVP.Sniper here.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Not going to be a gas. Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, Sniper is going for, you know, the rather common Zerg versus Terran strategy. It still is, even these days when 4 queen and 6 queen is so prevalent. You can't underestimate the power of having that early speedling presence out on the map right now. You know, whether you decide to do sort of as the next life / Boom Boom Prime style of making about 30 lings and attacking with them at the early part of the game, or if you just want to have those lings out there, have the ability to get a Baneling nest fast if you want to. Also, I mean, there's just a lot you can do with getting a gas early on.
And looks like Sniper gets his drone back now. We'll see what Happy's going to be up to here. He does have 1 gas on the way. Was that picked up on? Yes, it was. So it is revealed to a degree, and it looks like the factory is now coming up. And a nice bunker placement here at the back as well.
Oh, yeah.
Going to make sure that the little Zergling run by that is oh so annoying doesn't kill him. And oh, look at this. A Roach Warren already coming up for Sniper.
Yeah, really, really quick Roach Warren by Sniper. You notice he's not even getting Zergling speed at all with this. He's actually just going to make a big push with Roaches and maybe even Slowlings too. This is going to be interesting here because this is actually probably going to hit at around the timing when that Speedling attack that I was mentioning earlier would hit. Around the time when Terran player usually only has about 2 Marines and maybe 2 to 4 Hellions, and that is not enough to hold off like 11 Roaches, you know, like 10 to 11 Roaches. So we'll see. This is going to be really interesting from Sniper. He's saving up Larva right now. He's about to have another one pop as soon as the Roach finishes. Wow, that's a great timing, having that inject finish right when the Roach Warren pops up. And how many Roaches will it be? 8 on the way, and he could make another 1 or 2.
Yeah, already has 9 coming up, so he's going to have his 10th here saved up for. There's 10. Wow, 10 Roaches already started. Happy, on the other hand, going for another command center. It's a 3rd command center. He does, or it looks like he's going to go over to Banshees afterwards as well.
Yeah, he's going for Banshees, but by the time, you know, 1 Banshee gets out, these Roaches will already be in his base, already be doing damage. So this is a dire situation right now for Happy, and Sniper as well, controlling that Xel'Naga tower. So Happy's not going to see this until it's almost, well, it's probably going to be about halfway across the map now. Because here come the Hellions, and oh, they see the Roaches immediately turning around. He's going to need another bunker, and he's going to need a Marauder as well out of that barracks.
Yes.
Yeah, while building a tech lab, I'm actually surprised he didn't switch that back. He's going to go for Banshees quickly, but this is going to be a pretty tight situation for Happy.
He's pulling everything off the line now. The Hellions are going to harass for a little while until he's able to find anything that can do any sort of sustained damage. These Banshees still have 40 seconds before they actually pop out. We do indeed have Marauders on the way. This bunker is going to go down very quickly.
Yes, it will. Now these are going to march right up the ramp, and there's no SCVs there to repair. Oh, is he going to be able to kill the supply depot? He is! He kills it. The bunker does get filled right away with what little bio units are out there. There is still a Banshee on the way, but there won't be a second because the tech lab was taken out, and he's going to get the second tech lab as well. No more Marauders for Happy, and this has already done a ton of damage.
Yes, it has, but now let's see how much economic damage he can inflict on top of this as well. So it looks like he's going to go after a few of these SCVs here. He hasn't killed too many of them yet. He does need to get a little bit closer to that bunker, it appears. It looks like everything just going to start heading down to the bottom. So only 7 workers have been killed so far. That was quite a bit of damage, and he is going ahead and joining up. What are these roaches doing?
Yeah, I mean, I was excited about this when it began, but he hasn't been controlling his roaches necessarily as well as he could. Killing all these add-ons is really nice, but it's not going to really, unfortunately, be enough damage. And I think, actually, Happy's just going all in with this. Or, those are just Hellions. Wow.
Yeah, that's just the number of Hellions he made.
He actually squeezed out a lot of Hellions with that. Oh, nice wall off, though, by Sniper. Nice prediction there that his opponent would try to go for something like that. Does make sense. No transfuse on that Queen, though, so she will go down.
Oh, he even kills the buildings up at the front as well. And if you just have enough Hellions, you can just go right through them. No! He's already started with a huge amount of economic damage. He's equalized the workers killed and actually pulled ahead.
Talk about your plan backfiring. I'm Happy. Totally able to take advantage of the weakness of MVP.Sniper, and he is going to lose so many drones.
Oh my God.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, more just keep going down. There's nothing you can do. Finally, the Hellions are cleaned up, but not before losing 24 drones.
Look at that, even workers. Wow. At the end of all of that.
But a third command center for I'm.Happy.
Exactly, and he's going to have mules as well, so the economic advantage will still definitely go to our Terran player. He also has Banshees, too, which he can kind of be annoying with. Sniper should have enough Queens to not worry about the Banshees all that much. But it's suddenly become a little bit tough for our Zerg player. You're sending a few more roaches out. Those are going to get chased back by the Banshee easily enough. You know, it was that attack from Sniper. I don't know. He killed add-ons. He did okay, but he just didn't stay on the SCVs. When you're doing something like that, when the Banshee comes out, you have to be like, all right, I need to kill as many SCVs as I possibly can with this. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. And I got to say, you know, despite being a good plan from Sniper, it ended up just not really doing the damage that he needed it to do.
It didn't do any damage, really. I mean, you were talking about the lack of economic damage.
Yeah.
He killed add-ons and certainly had the potential to do something. Could have cut off the SCVs and slowly advanced forward. I mean, he would have even been better served. There was, what, 12 SCVs sitting around the bunker? He could have sat within the bunker firing range and just picked off 8 or 9 more SCVs as they were sitting around trying to repair. So
yeah, absolutely. Yep. In fact, that's kind of one of the things that Zerg players do kind of attempt to do, is get them to come and repair and then just kind of pick off SCVs. So I don't know. I mean, Sniper kind of botching that early all in to a certain extent. I mean, he ended up doing enough damage that he was even on workers with his opponent, only slightly behind again because of the mules in the third command center. But in the later stages of the game, Happy is going to have such a strong stim combat shield timing that this is going to be a little bit tough for Sniper to hold off.
Yeah, I mean, he's on 3 command centers. He's producing another 4 barracks right now, so Happy knows that he's got himself a really nice advantage, so he's just going to sit back and reinvest into his infrastructure, and it's worked out really well for him. He's going to be on 8 barracks here in a second. He has a reactor at starport. He could start moving into a tech lab factory if he wants, but just producing a ton of bio units for now, and there's not really anything Sniper can do about it. Sniper has done nothing but produce workers, and because of that, he's actually set his army so far behind and is now backed by 19 supply.
Well, I really have to say this does show too the great advantage that going for Banshees early in TVZ these days gives you, because it does keep you relatively safe against all-ins like we did see Sniper try. But it also, you know, more importantly, really makes it hard for Sniper to consider doing anything like a Baneling bust to follow that up. You know, a lot of Zerg players, if their Roach Rush doesn't work in the past, we've seen them try to Baneling bust, but with Banshees out on the map, you just can't do it. The Terran player can be too active with their scouting. They can see it coming too early. So not only does Sniper defend with that, have the potential to attack, but he also protects himself against those slightly later all-ins that usually follow up a first all-in from Zerg.
And unfortunately now for Sniper, I mean, he did go over to Mutas, but he sacrificed pretty much everything else to get that done. He's finally putting up another 10 lings for now, but he's back by 35 supplies. Opponent is on 3 base with 64 workers, now 65 workers, producing 11, 12 Marines at a time. All the upgrades you could ever want. I mean, this is really, really rough.
While Sniper tried to rush out those mutas as fast as possible, the idea is to get to the opponent's base and harass them enough that they don't do attacks like what we see Happy doing right now, but the mutas just are not getting out in time. So we'll have to see if Sniper can defend against that. That's a big group of lings and banelings, but the banelings don't have speed just yet.
Nope.
It is almost done.
And looks like all the mutas are being pulled along with this as well. Pretty good connection there on a lot of units, but most of the Marines were held back, so it looks like Happy still has quite a few units, but was forced to stem, now has to move back at the moment.
Yep,
oh,
here we
he's
go,
just
round number 2.
His head on.
Whoa, Happy not controlling his units at all. He just lost a ton of Marines. It may not matter in the end, but a little bit of sloppiness from Incredible Miracles Happy here.
Yeah, and that's a little uncharacteristic as well. So over here on the side, looks like Sniper has finally put up a 3rd base, but as we know, Happy's has been going for about forever. 66 workers in total. Now finally has tanks with that siege mode as well, and it looks like he's adding on, let's see, he's up to a total of 9 barracks, or 8 barracks. Looks like he floated 1 over to the existing reactor and then going up to another factory.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of keeping an eye on the upgrades right now. It is 2-2 on the way for both players here. The 2-2 defensive upgrade is going to finish slightly sooner for our Zerg player, but the 2-2 offensive upgrade is going to finish slightly sooner for our Terran player. So things should kind of balance out in the upgrade department. We do have the 2nd factory on the way right now for Sniper, too, to get that tank count going a little bit quicker as well. So we'll see. I mean, Sniper, he needs to delay right now. He needs to kind of hold off his opponent long enough that he has time to really get that drone count up where it needs to be. He's going to try to use the Mutalisk to do just that. And so he's got the potential to still move into a little bit stronger later mid-game, early late game, but only if he's able to keep I'm.Happy on I'm.Happy's side of the map.
And as we can see, the tank count continuing to increase. Is being produced off of 2 factories as soon as he decides to get this one underway as well. Looks like the units tried to duck down, but then saw how much Happy had there and decided to pull back at the moment. Happy's about ready to be max, though. I mean, he's on 180 supply, 2-2 upgrades just finishing up for him. Gonna go for a little bit of a drop here, but these mutas just have not been able to get anything done.
Yep, and we see him switching over to Infestors too, so that's fine. I mean, the mutas are there just to kind of buy time. You know, he doesn't necessarily need to do damage with that, and the mutas were a really smart choice actually from Sniper here. But the fact is that Happy has such a good economy, such a strong army that if he controls this passively well, he should be okay. But here comes Sniper.
Yeah, and the Banelings did hit themselves on the tank, but they took out quite a few bio units. My God, look at that splitting from Happy there around his tank. Very, very well done. He is going to chase all these forces back to his opponent's side of the map. As we can see, 16 Banelings, 34 Lings, but that's going up against 53 Marines. Yeah. You never want as many Marines as there are Zerglings and Banelings on the map.
Not so much, no.
That's actually the other way around as well. There we go. Finally, 46 Lings out now.
Yeah, Happy, of course, is a really, really good TVZ player. Looks like that drop didn't do a whole lot of damage, but it did kind of keep Sniper on his toes a little bit. And Happy, you know, I feel like this delaying that Sniper is trying to do just isn't working as well as he needs it to right now. The creep has just not been able to be spread. Couple units getting left behind there as well. But I mean, if we look at the supplies, Terran is still 50 supply ahead. And that's a big deal in Terran versus Zerg. Usually it's Zerg who's ahead, and Terran has to kind of catch up. But this time around, it's all Terran. And here we go again. Oh!
Oh, wow. He actually took out a really nice swath of Banelings there. I think he got 4 Banelings and a couple of Zerglings in there as well. So, very nice job. Going to continue to leapfrog those forward as he denies creep spread. He is maxed now and banking a ton of resources. So, looks like that 4th base is finished up too. So, Happy just continuing to expand everywhere. Looks like Sniper maybe thinking about assaulting that. That army just seems so pitifully small, though, compared to what's sitting out here for Happy.
Well, Happy basically went for the strategy that was going to get him the most stuff the fastest, right? I mean, he went for that huge bile styles. Happy getting attacked again by Sniper, but the Baneling's just not able to do it. GG. Wow, LG-IM.
Oh, my God.
Whoa, wins the match.
5-1.
No kidding.
5-1.
That was...
I thought this could have been our most competitive set of the entire tournament.
I know.